And if they're white, black, green, pink, I don't care. They should, if vigilanteism has to be done, it has to be done. And I really don't like the word vigilanteism. I think protection is what it is.
Chief Mac, thank you for your comment. Chief McNamara, in a way, aren't we trying to do a little magic here? Jury or no? Lisa, you want to respond?
Well, I think this caller is a kook who obviously had some chemical substance in his breakfast coffee this morning. But the fact is, we, the Guardian Angels, have been in the forefront when we see incidents, Dr. Friedman, that are racially motivated, like a Forsyth County, Georgia, this past winter. We put ourselves on the line to stand up for those rights. And remember, our membership in New York City is primarily black and Hispanic. We've had a person in the courtroom monitoring the testimony every single day. I don't believe it was a racial incident. I believe that Getz reacted in a straight out-and-out crime scenario, defending himself because, remember, here was a man who'd been living alone. He had no other way to let off steam. He'd been victimized several times. He was suffering a permanent injury for it, and I think he'd made that decision like the dog that's had its back up against the wall. It's never going to happen again, no matter what.
We have 1 minute left. Please, Chief McNamara, if Getz is convicted, what will be the message to society in your eyes?
I think the message will be that you have a right to defend yourself, but you can't go too far. You can't take the law into your own hands, and that you ultimately will be judged by a jury of your peers as to whether or not you used unnecessary force. And I think that's the way it should be.
And Lisa, in 30 seconds, what do you think the message will be?
If Getz is convicted, it's telling the criminals, hey, you guys can have our country, and in this sense, we'll be working for the criminals because they'll have title to our property, our belongings, and our lives.
Thank you both for being with us today. And when we come back, Flip Spiceland has the weather.
Of a relationship. It doesn't matter if you are married or if you have a relationship before you're married or if you love each other. What matters is what you do with your sexuality. That's a sexual addiction as much as acting out sexually is a sexual addiction. And we're just beginning to address that in the society. And I think the obsession that we have with our political people on this is truly an indicator of the extent of the addictive process in the society.
Thank you. Let's go to Mike in Atlanta. Mike?
I think your guest's argument is fallacious. I'd like for her to cite the published data that indicates that society is more cynical or more tolerant of lying. And B, I doubt that the blood types of people addicted to money are different than others. Alcoholics, in fact, have different antigens in their blood. Their enzyme nature is different. They treat alcohol and process aldehydes differently. I think she's being quite oversimplistic. There's been a great deal of research done in the last 20 years that she's ignoring.
Dr. Schaaf.
There indeed has been, and I think you're absolutely right about that.
Nutrition News is brought to you by the Florida
Intended pregnancies. However, the commercial and the campaign are stirring up some controversy.